Hey, this is Ryan of Happy Healthy Vegan, and thanks once again to my great and wonderful moderator Peter for sending me this clip on Stephen Colbert of an actress that I'd never heard of before, Hanah Einbinder. So I'm not like a hater, not a fan, just objectively responding to her little mention at the end of her interview with Colbert that she is no longer vegan. So I'm going to treat this like any other why I'm no longer vegan video, which I've done a whole ton of. And as I always do, I'm going to listen to what the people have to say, in this case Hanah, and see if there was any real, absolute compelling reason why she could no longer be vegan. And with paying attention to see if she even really was vegan in the first place, according to my interpretation of what she's saying. So let's jump right in.
Also, I do need to clarify. I was vegan at one point. I no longer am vegan. I just gotta clarify that.
All right, a little puzzling as to why she feels like she needs to clarify that she was once vegan. Is she trying to do this for comedic reasons? Because apparently she is a comedian and actress, so let's see where she's going with this.
Did you have to convert for a relationship or something?
Well, first I just want to stop here. I think it's interesting that Stephen Colbert chose the word convert here. Is he, I'm not sure what his intentions are. Is he kind of anti-vegan, suggesting that veganism is like a religion or something like that, and you're converting because of someone you love, not because of your love of animals, you're being against animal cruelty and exploitation? Or is he just kind of pro-vegan? He's kind of suspicious of her talking about why she's not vegan, and he kind of has an intuition that she's not doing it for animals. Let's see.
I just think that the pressure needs to be put on corporations who do a lot of the damage to our environment, and less so like on the individual. I think like...
As much as I am, and anyone I know, I'm totally for trying to save our planet from environmental devastation, that's not what veganism is. She made no reference to what veganism's essence is. And let me just show you the definition here. I'm not making this up. This definition goes back to the 1940s. And veganism clearly is a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. However, with that being said, there are some very positive benefits for our environment, saving our planet from environmental destruction, that go along with eating a complete plant-based diet. But that's not what veganism is. It just so happens to be accidentally good for the environment.
It's super important to go vegan, and I don't want PETA to be mad at me. I'm not discouraging people from being vegan, but...
Well, by going on national television and telling people that you don't need to be vegan because, let the corporations solve the problem of our climate devastation. And as far as an actual true vegan, let the corporations solve the problem about 80 billion animals being slaughtered needlessly every year so you can enjoy burgers and steaks. So you should be concerned about people like myself and organizations like PETA not being too happy with what you're saying. And remember, in PETA, PETA, the E stands for ethical treatment of animals, which you are making no reference to. Again, ignoring that veganism is all about animals being treated ethically.
But I do just think it's like way more impactful for the 53 corporations who are destroying the planet to take charge on that.
All right, so once again, she's ignoring that veganism is all about taking a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation. And instead of being vegan for ethical or environmental reasons, we should just sit back and wait for these giant corporations of the world to wake up and become benevolent and start caring about our environment. And in my case, a vegan's case, start caring about animal cruelty and exploitation. I mean, when is that going to happen? How long that's going to take? And she's conveniently ignoring the fact that right now, if she wants to make a difference as far as saving our planet goes, veganism is the best thing she can do, because animal agriculture is responsible for more greenhouse gas emission than compared to all of the exhaust from transportation combined.
Sure, much in the same way that, we can all change our light bulbs.
Yeah.
Light bulbs, but maybe let's get rid of the coal plants first.
No, literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, Colbert just set up a false dichotomy there. Why can't we do both things? take individual actions, be responsible on an individual personal level, and also hope for maybe magically one day these corporations whose goal is to maximize profit will wake up and start to act in the interest of our planet, which may or may not happen. And if these transformations from major industries are going to take place, they're going to take a long time. Like, for instance, converting to wind and solar power will take 20 plus years and roughly cost us $43 trillion. But it's not that $43 trillion that's most concerning to me. It's that time frame, 20 plus years of waiting. Like, do we really have 20 plus years of just business as usual, people consuming over 80 billion animals a year and all the environmental devastation that goes along with that, and hope that industry is going to find a way to produce cleaner energy in 20 years? I mean, so judging Hanah as an environmentalist or environmental activist here, I give her a failing grade because she's taken no personal responsibility, making no acknowledgement about how horrible animal agriculture is for our environment and how it's hastening our planetary destruction. And I'm not just being critical of Hanah here. I mean, I have the same criticism of anyone who claims to be an environmentalist and wants to help save our planet and yet still gladly eats meat. I mean, for these people, I won't even mention the ethical reasons for why they shouldn't eat meat. I'll throw them in their face. Like, if you know that animal agriculture is the number one cause of greenhouse gas emission, yet you still eat meat, how can you call yourself an environmentalist if you can't do the most basic thing to try to fight the number one source of greenhouse gas emissions? It's like, how serious of an activist are you? And I know some of you haters are out there saying, well,
you vegans are hypocrites because you still travel by cars and airplanes and all that and
contributing to greenhouse gas emissions. Well, the difference is, we need to be able to go places in order to like pay our bills, to earn a living, but you don't need to eat meat, and you don't need to eat meat to be healthy. If you're going to throw that argument at me, look at the opinions here of health organizations from around the world who are in complete scientific consensus here about the adequate nutrition that you can get from a well-planned vegan diet. Either way, the bottom line is vegans are not hypocrites because veganism is not an environmental movement. It's a stance against animal cruelty and exploitation, which Hanah made no mention of whatsoever here in her appearance on Colbert. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say she was probably never vegan. Like, correct me, comment down below if she's said things about veganism that disprove me elsewhere. Maybe she made some videos or a speech, or maybe wrote a book I'm not aware of, but let me know down there. I strongly doubt it though, based on what she said here. She's equating veganism as some kind of environmental movement. So grading her as a vegan, she gets an F on that as well, because sounds like she never understood what veganism was. So she was eating a vegan diet for a while. It sounds like we can call her plant-based. She could rightfully call herself plant-based, but to call herself vegan and not have a concern about animal cruelty and exploitation kind of misses the entire point of what veganism is. So anyway, guys, leave your questions and comments down below, and I really want to hear, especially from you Hanah Einbinder fans. I want to know what you thought of her saying this stuff. How does that change your feelings about her? Unchanged, or you're a little more bummed? I'm not trying to make a hate video. I'm just really curious to see what her fans thought. And for everyone, let's comment down below. What did you think of her saying that she's not trying to discourage people from being vegan, but the whole fact that she said this stuff on national TV completely unprovoked? She didn't have to say this for any reasons, trying to take any personal responsibility away and shifting it to the world's corporations to solve our problems. Is that really helping the cause of veganism? Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you thought I was correct or wrong in my assessment of her not being vegan. And if so, if you think I'm wrong, bring some evidence, just more than just I disagree with you. And if you really think I'm a horrible person and want to let me know and I'm wrong all the time, please come to my Friday live streams, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll see you then, and I'll hear you out. So anyway, guys, until Friday, remember, doesn't suck being vegan.
When love is past, the road